own Gwanghamun, right? Oh, wow, this is such a scene. Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, the parade is really starting to begin now, as you can see. We start to cross. This is Gwanghamun, one of the most iconic places you'll ever be in Korea, one of the biggest streets, one that you'll see in any, Seoul promotion, because this is, one of the biggest places you could see in Korea's history as well. And it's really cool to have Squid Game right in the heart of my city.
Right. And they're getting ready to begin the parade, right? They're all in order, right? Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. This is very exciting.
Yeah, getting very hyped here. As you can see, they're right in the heart of this street leading down through Gwanghamun, and the traffic is still happening on the other side, right? Right on the roads along. This is straight up in real time.
And there's something about the parade, right? At the beginning of the parade, you don't know what to expect, but that's actually half the fun, right?
Yeah. And there's a moment where you're like, okay, they're walking, but something is going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to see a big change.
You know something big is going to happen, right? Like in the series, so many twists and turns are going, you expect it, but you don't know quite what it is, right?
And of course, respect to the guard who are out here in the super hot weather, dressed up fully, marching through the city. It cannot be easy. So we have to thank all those out there in the parade who are, going through this.
And if you've been here to Korea, if any of you've been to Korea, you know how, end of June weather is like. It's very humid.
Oh, insanely.
It gets hot, right? But so many citizens, so many people came out to enjoy the parade. And now they're really getting ready to really enjoy the parade. We see a lot of kids, the younger ones, they're super excited. Wow.
Wait, hold on. You hear that sound?
What?
I know that sound.
We all know the sound.
Yeah.
What is this? Woo!
So this is, of course, the iconic music from Squid Game. And now the parade really feels like it has truly begun here.
Right. Oh. The marching band. I think we have a marching band. Right. We're so used to the music being played by the recorder, right?
Right.
But, with accompanied by a marching band, that's really something, right?
Yeah. This is really awesome. It's a completely different vibe than what you hear in the show. But it just goes to show the music is so good that you can play it with anything and it sounds awesome. And this is just exactly the type of vibe you want for a parade like this.
Exactly. The music, the vibe, the smiles, right?
Yeah. And also the flag here, I don't want to call it flag twirling, but the marching is quite cool and very well planned out. And you can see everyone's following together here. And with the music, it's just pretty epic.
It is. Oh my God. I'm recreating scenes in my head already, right? Such iconic scenes, such iconic music.
I feel like also as Seoul life is happening all around this too, there's a lot of people who came here, but you can see them on the side there, but people driving by, a delivery driver just went through, they're probably like, whoa, why did I miss this? Like, why am I working right now? I wish I could be there.
So for those of you wondering what this is the first parade float accompanied by the Pink Guards.
That's right. So just like in Squid Game, the Pink Guards who guided the games in the series are making an appearance in today's parade.
And looky here, who do we got here? The Dakji Mans, right?
It's Dakji time.
Right.
So Dakji and invitations here. So you can see these guys coming out here are the recruiters.
Right. All decked out in suits with their briefcases. You know what to find in the briefcases, right? The Dakjis and the money, right?
Exactly. So the recruiters, obviously Gongyu played the main recruiter, and they've got the giant Dakji behind them. And if you guys aren't familiar, but I'm sure most of you are, you can see the bottom right there. If you win the Dakji game, you win 100,000 won. If you lose, you get slapped. So the recruiter who handed out the Dakji to scout new players is here in the parade, but this time with that giant version you can see behind them.
Right. The Dakji men, they provide just enough excitement. They just hook you just enough so that they can convince you to play the actual games, right? And look at that. Isn't that the invitation
card? That's right. Just displayed here on this giant banner. If you find one of these outside your door, you know what it means, and would you call? Would you make the call?
I think I would.
Even knowing everything, I think I would.
Wow, look at the giant dakchis, right? It's actually a statement to how big this game has gotten after the series, right?
Yeah, so there's been so many videos of people playing dakchi in subway stations overseas, have come out online. Even at gyms in the United Kingdom went viral online. And in 2021, global fans dressed in green tracksuits played dakchi right in the middle of Times Square in New York. Over 3,100 people signed up for that event, so it's become an international sensation.
It's become a phenomenon, really, really, yes. Oh, and look at the invitation cards, right? And what do we have here?
Yeah.
Oh, they're dakchi men.
Yeah.
We have a lot of recruiters,
We
right?
really do.
And following right behind them, we see, oh, do you recognize this?
I think everyone will recognize this. It's the piggy bank.
Yes. It's the prize board and the piggy bank, right?
So, I mean, obviously for those who have watched the series, you see the piggy bank coming down from the ceiling. Every time a player gets eliminated, the prize pool gets bigger, falls into the piggy bank. It's what everyone is fighting for, what everyone is playing for is all of that money. And it's really cool to see it life-size here during this parade.
Do you think it's actual money inside the piggy bank right now?
I want to believe it is. It's got to be 45.6 billion won in there.
You know, I've always wondered why 45.6 billion won. Why not 100 or 1,000?
There's a fun backstory to that, actually, Ayang. So the director, Hwang Dong-hyuk, originally planned the prize to be 10 billion won with 1,000 players, but over time he felt 10 billion sounded a bit small. So then he found out the highest ever Korean lottery payout was 40.7 billion won.
Oh, okay.
So he decided to round it up and go with a number that would be easier to remember. 456 players, 45.6 billion won as the prize. Much easier to remember, right? And it's become pretty iconic when you think about the series. Look, they can raise it up as well.
Yeah. What a float, right? It's
Who
such
said
an
piggy
epic
banks
float.
can't fly?
I know, it's moving, right? I used to have I used to be so happy. I mean, we all had memories of having a piggy bank, right? And with your chore money, you pile it up, and you feel so happy when you see the piggy bank, but then after the series, you have such mixed feelings, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, the monies don't pile up for, randomly.
And you can't really, when you're younger and you decide you want to get that money, you just break the piggy bank. You can't quite reach up and break this one.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
Look at how high up it goes, though.
I know, and look at the sheer scale of it, right? It's so big.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of people guiding it along here.
Oh, and look at the players.
Yeah?
Yeah, the players are they're leading the piggy bank float.
Yeah, keeping it going.
Right.
Hoping they are not going to be adding any cash to it themselves.
Oh, let's not hope that happens. Okay, next up we got the fourth unit, and looky here, we got the Dalgona.
Oh man. Okay, so Dalgona, for you guys who watched season 1, is super iconic. It's a game where you actually have to cut out the shape from the cookie, which is basically just straight up sugar. And the balloons are triangle, circle, and star, and even they have the umbrella one, which is the toughest one. And I can promise you guys, if you've never tried this, buy a set. You can find it anywhere and give it a try. It is way harder than you think it is.
It is. I used to play this game as a child. I've never had the patience to actually cut through the shapes. I just ate it. I mean, it tastes just as good, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I got the umbrella, I might have just instantly died, right? But it's crazy. Even if you use a circle or a triangle without any experience with this game, you will find it challenging. I promise you.
Right, and if you remember from season 1, player 456, Hong Gi-hoon, he got the umbrella.
Yeah, and he had to use a pretty unique strategy he employed to get it out. If you haven't seen it, I won't spoil it for anyone, but go back and watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
What's one of the most important and coolest parts of Squid Game, though, especially for an international audience, is it actually brings traditional Korean games into the story, and then people watching internationally have never knew about these games, had never played them before, seen them before, and then they went and tried them out themselves. And that's what I recommend to you guys as well. If you've never actually tried to play with a Dalgona, then buy one, give it a try, get some sort of scalpel, and try to cut it out. Good luck.
Right, it's harder than it seems, right? So out of all the Squid Games, since you mentioned the games, Wolf, which one do you think you'd be best at?
I'm pretty patient, so I actually think the this sounds like a cop-out, but the red light, green light, I think I would definitely pass. Like, I think I can be patient, I can stop, I know how quickly I can run, I'm pretty good at agility. That's probably where I'd go with.
Okay, so you wouldn't vote X to stop the game because we have the floats right here. Our 5th unit, the OX, right? Remember, the players had to vote it out if you want to stay in the game or you want out.
This became, this was obviously a big thing in Season 1, but became even bigger in Season 2. They even had the patches to designate which vote they had, so your vote was not a secret. Everyone would know whose side you were on the entire time. So some of the players are, hesitating on what to vote for.
Right.
But this is very exciting, obviously, to see these life-size, because they're such a big part of the show.
It is. Look at the players and look at the guards guiding the OX sign. Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty intimidating.
It is a little bit scary. It is a little bit intimidating, indeed.
Right.
Wow, look at how big the scale of the parade is. As the sun is setting, you can see it. The lighting is changing. It's still so many people gathered on both sides of the street here.
Right, and the traffic, the usual traffic, right? It's such a perfect backdrop to a perfect parade ending the perfect series, right?
Yeah.
So beautiful. Wow.
The visuals here are great. It's such a great time to have a parade like this with so much energy. Weather is great. No rain. We're just so fortunate.
I'm hearing something. Is that the music that I think it is?
Yeah. Sounds a very familiar song.
Huh. Right.
I want to keep that in mind, as the music is quite iconic. And, how did you feel when you saw players vote yes or no? Were you kind of like, I need the game? Why don't you guys stop being so greedy? Just end the game now.
God,
or were you kind of like, I would go for it?
I was always for X. I was always for Team X because I'm kind of like that, right? But I was always, for the sake of the show, it's always O, right? But I was always X. What about you?
I think for the sake of the show, I was always O, but I think in real life, after 1 or 2 games, that's enough for me. I don't really want to die. I've got a family, I want to keep living. I want to take some money and maybe see what happens, but I'd like to get out and move on.
Speaking of, we have the players. What are they doing? What do you think they're doing?
Like,
wow. They're playing. I think they're playing something.
Yeah.
Is this Mingle?
Might be getting ready for it.
Wow. Okay.
They're dancing, that's for sure.
They seem exciting. Do they not know the rules of the game?
They think it's a dance game, but actually...
Wow, they are in for a surprise.
They're going to learn quickly what is really going on in this game. But it looks like some voting may be occurring, possibly?
Right. Oh, and I think they're warming up or something. I think something
maybe getting prepared.
Yeah, what are they doing? What are they getting ready for?
This is a good question, but they are dancing, and they're dancing quite well, might I add.
Yes.
Balancing very well as well.
Wow. They're laser focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like there might have some hesitation on what they're going to vote for.
Right.
But they're bringing some of the scenes, of course, from Squid Game to life right here in the real world.
Right, some iconic scenes from the series.
Wow, look at that shot in the bottom right of your screens of the scale of this parade. It is just so massive.
It's just beautiful, right? I think they're trying to recreate some of the scenes. Right? They're having a discussion.
Maybe trying to convince people one more game.
Oh, they're cheering the piggy bank on, right?
Oh, the piggy bank is coming down.
Oh, it's coming down. It's coming down. They're super excited.
Okay, it's coming all the way down. I want to see the reaction when it gets to the bottom of that Netflix logo. They're still hyped.
Yeah, they're still hyped. Yeah.
But unfortunately, they won't be taking any of the money. I think they realized when it came down, it wasn't going to open up for them.
Right. I think they're recreating that moment from Squid Game when the players got all hyped about the growing prize pot.
Yeah, as more and more money dumps in, you start to really feel like, wow, I could win more. And that makes you feel like maybe I'm going to vote yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to keep the game going, because if I can make it through 1 or 2 more games, then I'll vote no later.
I think
can get
that
out
was the
later.
incentive for all the players, right? If they know that they cannot lose, there's no reason not to vote for O, right?
Yeah. And I see a little bit of grouping around the circle right now, around the O, so I think maybe that money is convincing some people to vote yes.
Right.
Wow. Again, like, the sun's been setting for a while, but we're almost getting to, the darkness, hour where it's actually just going to be completely dark here. With all these spotlights, the visuals are getting better and better.
And the players, they're getting ready for something, right?
Yeah, being guided along.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're so excited. They're saying hello to the spectators. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a lot of greeting to the spectators, trying to interact with them there as well.
Looks like something's going on, right?
Yeah, at the back of the parade, maybe something's happening.
Right, everybody's...
The players seem like they're trying to figure out what's going on.
They seem confused. Oh, and they started moving.
Maybe something's going to happen.
Something is going to happen.
Everyone's being told to wait. So, okay, they're very excited. They're very hyped.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps like someone's so overwhelmed they fell on the floor.
Some look confused, just like in the series, right? Oh, wait, something.
Okay, wait, something's going to happen here.
The music stopped. What's happening? Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Do you hear this?
That's the Squid Game song.
It marks the start of all the games, right?
Yeah, so that means I think these players...
Song, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These players have just woken up into our mock Squid Game here. Maybe they'll get to play some games in real life.
And they're recreating the games featured in the series. Oh, we have our very own Thanos! Hi, Thanos! Oh, and look at our sixth unit coming in. It's that cheerful tune we heard earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Round and around.
Round and around we go. And this is, of course, the Mingle game where you have to actually get the correct number of players that's called out into the same room. And this is a real game that is played. It's a children's game in Korea. It's basically like search for a partner is kind of what it translates to.
Like musical chairs, right?
It's basically musical chairs, except you need to have the right number of people. And if you're left alone and you can't get in a group, then you're out.
And look at the pink guards demonstrating how to play the game, right? The
Very
dance,
cute.
right? That video actually went viral, if you remember.
Yeah.
Right. And what is interesting about this game was the music, right?
Yeah. So, the song, of course, went viral around the world. And as of now, it has over 330 million views across all the Netflix global channels. That's amazing. The comments were full of fans from all over the world saying things like, why do pink guards look cute to me? This is not okay.
Yeah, something's wrong with me, right? Something like that. Oh, and I also saw in the news the other day, apparently, the Round and Around song even played in some clubs.
Yeah, and people wanted to really dance to it. That video blew up as well, and even the fans who didn't grow up with Korean games actually were really excited to try it out themselves. That's the power that we've been seeing in Squid Game. Is the K content, right? The diagonal we mentioned earlier. Now the Mingle game. People figuring out what these classic Korean childhood games are and wanting to try them for themselves.
Right. Seeing this in parade form, in a flow, it really brings back memories. I felt like that it was all computer graphics because the scale of the set was so huge, but it was actually set.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that was actually built out. I watched the director talk about it in some interviews, and it was not CG. It was actually just completely built out and decked out the way it was, like, with actual props. And when you watch the show itself, it's hard to believe that, but it's actually true.
Right, and the merry-go-round is still moving, right? Oh, and look at what we have here.
Yeah. Now,
it's Younghee and Charsu.
Now, Charsu didn't appear in the series until season 3, but, Younghee obviously has been a huge part, kind of the face of Squid Game for a really long time, but we're now seeing the jump rope here come to life on this parade float as Younghee and Charsu will wield it together.
Yes, this is our 7th unit, right? Oh, and this was actually a key part of season 3. I'm not going to give too much away,
Yeah,
but
just a little hint.
Yeah, just a little hint. And the song playing in the background is Your Little Friend, right? A tune that brings back so many memories for many Koreans. Gomaya, Gomaya,
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people feel extra nostalgic hearing this now.
Yeah, it's a super popular song, and it's so historic. And Chorsu appears in the epilogue scene of season 2. Ever since then, I think people were wondering, are we going to ever see Chorsu? And then at the season 3 press conference, director Hwang Dong-hyuk explained why he decided to bring Chorsu into the story. He said if there were a game requiring multiple players, he wanted to see Chorsu and Young-hee playing together as a pair. And since global fans only knew about Young-hee from seasons 1 and 2, he also wanted them to know about Chorsu, her classic male counterpart from Korean culture.
Right, Young-hee and Chorsu are such classic names in Korea, dating back to the 50s even. They're like a classic example that you see in textbooks. Like Chorsu has 3 cookies, Young-hee has 2. How many cookies are there?
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, but not a lot of people know this. Young-hee and Chorsu, they're not a couple, or they're not friends, they're actually siblings.
Yeah, exactly. They're siblings, kind of like Jack and Jill, if you want to give it this more of a more Western feel to it. So nobody really uses these names that much anymore, but it's a very nostalgic feel.
And oh, look at what we have here. Here comes the 8th unit. What is that?
Okay, I think we all know what this is. All right, so these are going to be the coffins, right, that are silently carried here by our pink guards. And just like in Squid Game, they are going to be carrying them somewhat with a little bit of a scary undertone. You know, it's a little bit
Right.
darker here.
With the lighting and all, it seems different. It has a different feel to it.
Oh,
am I
absolutely.
right?
Because when you watch
Right?
it in Squid Game itself, the room is usually super well lit, right? And it's very bright. But here we actually have it lit up in LED in the darkness, which makes it feel bright and lively somehow. But these are actually the props used in Squid Game, by the way. They're actually the
No.
real ones brought
They're
out
not
here.
made just for the parade?
Yeah, and one of these actually was the one that Sung Gi-hoon, player 456, if you guys don't know, was placed in during the series. So you guys remember the scene he was in the coffin? One of those coffins out there is actually his.
Wow.
So if you're watching this live, you're there on the street watching, it's actually the coffins they used in the real show.
Right. And next up, we have the stair maze. Do you remember this?
I mean, who could forget the stair maze? I feel like every
Right.
time I watch it, I'm lost, right?
Right. Every morning you wake up not knowing what to expect, and you have to ascend the stairs, not knowing if you can come back later, right?
And every single, set year of Squid Games, there's a different game every time. Some of them are reused, right? But you don't know where you're going. You don't know what game you're going to. It's one of the most scary things when you're walking through, thinking about what's the game going to be, what's my teammates going to be, what decision should I make, and you're living with the fact that you have to go forward.
What are they doing? I think we have our very own player 456.
Yeah, he's telling them how to play red light, green light.
I feel like we shouldn't talk either.
Yeah, hold on. Keep it quiet. Nobody move.
Nobody move. The
There
giant
she is.
Young-hee.
Oh my god,
gosh.
massive Young-hee.
Oh, and her head did a 180 like in
she's
the
spinning.
series. Oh my gosh. You do not want to
Wait.
scare to. Oh my god.
Stop! Oh, okay, they stop. Don't move! Don't talk! Okay, looks like everybody passed.
Okay. Oh. Whew. You do not want to stare into her eyes.
Let's see how many can make it through this next
Okay.
one. It looks like everyone's doing well so far. Okay, go, 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 go!
Go. No, you don't have time to look at your phone.
Okay, they're being guided by Ki-hoon. I can
Yes.
hear his voice.
I can hear his voice. Oh. He actually looks a lot like the actor,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Okay, he's doing a good job leading them.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh, no,
Someone's
no, no, no,
eliminated.
no!
Oh!
That's the reality of the Squid Games.
Yeah.
All right, looks like that's the end of the second round.
Oof. Oof.
Okay. I'm getting stressed out.
I know. Oh my gosh. I think they're a little bit shaken, but they're still holding it together. That's good. That's good. The players.
Oh man. Now it's in slow motion. The reality of the elimination, I think, is hitting them. They lost their friend.
It feels so real. Oh my gosh. There's look at that.
Moving
You can
in
actually,
slow motion.
yes, feel the chaos, right? We're coming to you live from Sejongdero intersection. I can't believe this is all being played out.
Yeah, I see a lot of these fans are filming as well their experience here so they can save it forever. This has got to be such a huge moment in some of these Squid Game fans' lives to actually be a part of this parade and actually be able to capture it here on a historic day like today. I mean, we just had Season 3 dropping yesterday, so this is really immersive here, and I love the acting we're seeing from some of our influencers.
Yeah. I mean, the people that we saw filming, they're actually influencers from all around the world. They're actually like really big Squid Game fans. I mean, maybe as big as you.
I mean, no one could be as big as me, but, you know, pretty close. I imagine probably pretty close if they're traveling around the world to see some of these. Obviously, Squid Game is a beloved series around the world, and so you have so many people, so many influencers who just want to get in on it and enjoy this moment, right? Be a part of this historic parade.
Right.
Younghee's still out there, such an ominous presence.
Yes, we have a lot of influencers. They actually visited Seoul last December to film Season 2, and now they're back for the season finale.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to take a lot of energy as well to continue moving like this in this hot weather, so props to all these guys out here getting it done.
Wow, with guests like these, the Squid Game parade truly